Welcome back to another episode of the Casey Campbell Podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course. We are pleased to be joined by Sean Hingorani of Venturini Motorsports. If you haven't heard, he's going to be running in for full-time in the ARCA Menard Series East for the team. He'll also be running in select ARCA Menard Series Main and ARCA Menard Series West races. How's it going, man?
It's going good.
All right. Well, let's talk about this opportunity. How did this come together?
I got the opportunity to run for Venturini Motorsports in all the select races, and I couldn't pass up on that opportunity, so I'm very happy to be working with them.
So really going into this season, how excited are you going to be, running for an East Championship and all that, and going to a lot of racetracks that you really have never been to?
Yeah, I haven't been to a lot of the racetracks on the schedule, but I feel confident going into it with good equipment and good teammates to help me guide me in the right direction. Mr. Venturini is great, take me under his wing, and I think we'll be able to do really good and contend for the East Championship.
For sure. When you look at everybody there, I mean, you have a really good opportunity to do a lot of things with this team. You're going to a lot of places like Five Flags, Flat Rock, Dover. You're going to go to Bristol, Milwaukee, Iowa later this year. You're going to go to some tracks that some of them you haven't been to, but some are like, oh, this is the same tracks that the Cup Series runs on, the Xfinity Series, the Truck Series, ARCA.
Yeah, I'm excited to race at all these tracks. Yeah, like you said, I haven't been to a lot of them. Well, pretty much all of them actually. But I think it'll be a good learning experience. And Venturini Motorsports has been to all these tracks, so with their experience there, I think we'll be able to get to speed pretty quick.
Okay. So let's kind of, I usually do this with some people being, first time, people. Not a lot of people know a lot about you. So just kind of tell a little bit about yourself and how you got into racing.
Got into racing in 2021, August of 2021. So it's been a little over a year now, and started in the legend car, then kind of progressed on the Pro Late models. Did a lot of Pro Late model racing. Then I've done a couple super late model races. Have one this weekend actually. Got the opportunity to run 5 ARCA West races last season, and that was kind of the start of it. So here we are with Venturini Motorsports now, and going to be able to contend for a championship.
So let me get this straight. You started when you were 14?
Yes.
That's I know a lot of people usually start racing when they're like, 5, 6, 7 years old, maybe even younger than that, 4. You started when you were 4, and then there's a lot of people that, and obviously I've met a lot of people that have started later than you, but is it kind of like I'm just a passion project or something, or this is like really what you want to do? Like, how'd you get into it?
Well, I don't come from a racing family, which kind of explains why I started later, but I'm lucky to have the support from my family to let me try it out. And when I found out about it from one of my friends, I got in the legend car and I really just fell in love with it. So it was kind of a hobby at first, but we started racing more and more, started taking it more serious, and kind of brings us to where we are today.
Um, okay, so you're going to be doing a lot of East races, West races. You're from California, Orange County, around that area. What's it just? What was it like? Because it's an area with a lot of racetracks and all that stuff. And what's your favorite track that you've raced on?
Oh, that's got to be a tough one. You know, Honestly, I'm not sure if I have a favorite. I like a lot of different tracks for different reasons and different cars and everything. So that's a tough question.
Um, so yeah, well, let's get to know you a little bit. How about that?
Yeah, sounds good.
All right. What is your favorite? What's your favorite vacation spot that you've been to?
Um, That's a tough one. I gotta say, probably Dubai.
Okay. Dubai. That's interesting. What was that like?
It was just cool to see different countries, I think. Um, it was a little while ago, so I don't really remember it too well, but it's, like I said, it's just cool to see how different people um live in their area and everything.
Do you go to online school or do you actually go to in-person school?
I go to a, school where I have I have teachers, so it's one-on-one learning, and I can either Zoom in or go to class, and I can make my own schedule and work around racing, which works really well for me.
What's your go-to place for food?
Mm, I like, it depends, but there's a good sushi spot right down the street from my house.
Who's your favorite driver growing up?
Like I said, I didn't really get into it until I started getting older, but I would say my favorite driver, like when I first started getting into the racing, was probably Noah Gragson.
Okay. Um, what's your all-time favorite movie?
I'm not a big movie guy.
Okay. Okay. TV or streaming show, or are you not into that either?
No, I don't really watch TV or anything like that.
Okay, so if you're not racing, what are you doing?
When I'm home, I'm working on school, going to the gym, just trying to be productive,
Okay.
seeing family
Um,
while I have time
all right,
while I'm home.
all right. Let's see. Since you're 16 years old, how are you at driving an actual car?
I think with racing, before I was able to drive, kind of helped me learn on the street better, knowing having car control and stuff. But no, it's nothing like a racetrack. You just use it to get to places.
Well, well, they always say that race car drivers actually make better drivers in the car. So, there you go. What is hmm, what hmm, what's an interesting fact about you?
Mm. I I don't only like race cars. I like street cars too. Like I think it's cool, like modified street cars and
Do you prefer driving or flying?
to races.
Yes.
If it's close enough to where I can drive without it being too long, I would rather drive because it's more comfortable and I feel like the time of traveling, by going through the airport and waiting and stuff, if it's less time than that, then I'd rather drive. But if we're going to North Carolina from California, I'd rather fly.
Yeah. On a scale of 1 to 10, how do you like flying?
I've It's something I have done my whole life, and obviously now with racing, it's even a lot more. So it's kind of a usual thing now.
Um, what do you do on a plane? Do you just like fall asleep or something?
I try to sleep, get some extra rest. Hmm, just sit there.
Okay. Um, um, any other interesting facts that might be interesting to the audience or something?
No, I don't think so.
All right. Well, Sean, thank you so much for coming on and talking with us. Congrats on the opportunity, and thanks again for coming on. We'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, thank you for having me.